Hello everybody, welcome to another Ride Along with Goggles, and doing something different today, sort of, you'll see in a second here. It's Ruda's 389 with Hell Creek Ranch, and I did put one of these up on Steam. I was asking that question sort of rhetorically the other day, and I got one up there already. So like what I was thinking of doing is a new skin for the BART trailer, which I have on here, is update and then put that in this truck and throw it up on Steam, but I already did. So I'll do another truck with the skin, Hell Creek skin, and I'll include this BART skin in there. And once again, you won't need the truck, you just need the skin. So if you have the truck, great, you throw the skin on it. If you don't, just put the skin at the top of your mod order and you'll be able to paint BART's trailer like this. So used, or like, you know, I asked Recon, what's the deal? Like, he hauled cattle for 10 years, so I asked him, what's the deal with these things? And he said, well, the only time they're clean is when you're leaving the truck wash or the wash bay. The rest of the time, as soon as the cow's getting on there, it's all over. And this is a work in progress because I'm not so good at this, trying to make it look, let's just say, crappy. So, but we'll get rolling here. We'll get a look at it from a few different angles. But this is...
I may be the Vice President of America, but you're the President of this car, and it's time to take action.
Okay. Let's do that. So, let's see what happens if I turn the headlights on. Yeah, it goes down quite a bit, so we'll just leave the headlights off. We'll have our running lights on. That'll be good. I did set the seat back like my friend Ken suggested, and when you're inside it gives me about 5 frames per second, so I think it's just plain bad. Like, something's got to change here. But anyway, let's get rolling. We're in Lamar, Colorado, and we're heading for Dalhart, Texas. I wonder what that boat's doing here, a pilot boat in Colorado. In the prairie part of Colorado. Huh. So what I did is I made a whole new texture too. Like, oops, I got the stains and everything, but I also have a new texture underneath it. Not the used texture that Bart had. So the
Turn left.
there's a couple places I'm using Bart's used texture, like on the roof. That's Bart's.
Turn left.
Turn left again. Yep. So I put the tag axle on there because that last video we were using a tandem and we had the Buffalo on it, 91,000 pounds, and it probably would have been illegal. So I jacked this truck up a bit more weight carrying capability. So yeah, all of the staging on the bumper and the rear and everything else, those are the new textures that I put in for this paint job. The size of this feedlot here, eh?
In 400 meters, turn right.
We got the Z-Mod N14 Big Cam
Turn right.
Cummins in here for a change.
Turn left.
Ooh, that's weird. Nobody coming? Doesn't happen every day. Don't stop. Don't. No. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, Lord, love it. Go. Gotta get on the road here. So anyway, it was kind of, well, I'll tell you, it's a bit of a dog and pony show trying to do that crappy skin. And the one thing I really struggled with is that panel above the tires on the trailer. It's not in scale. So it's not like you can put the panel up there and line it up and just have some the staining come down onto it. I tried it by putting a blank there and dragging stain down onto it at the scale it is at the trailer scale, and then reduce it and put it over the fender skirt, and it doesn't work. It's just still all over the place. It just doesn't want to line up. So I'm just going to kind of pretend that it drains down behind it. And I'll leave it at that. So notice at the upper level on this side at the back, there's no staining. That's because very rarely would you have the, like we have cattle up there, but we don't have any cattle on this side because that's the ramp is under there. You can see they're down on the main floor. And I think, I can't remember, I think Recon said the only time they ever used that ramp or that floor was when they're doing sheep or something. They didn't generally put cattle up there. So I don't know, I gotta consider it a work in progress because, I mean, there's lots I'm not happy with it, but for the most part, it kind of looks like a trailer that's getting used every now and then. I think that's kind of refreshing in a way because you're running around with a spit and polish chromed side trailer that's spotless. Kind of weird.
Continue straight.
Here comes one of the nastier right-hand turns in the game up there when you go around the town square up there. That truck just went around. It's kind of tight. They got a guardrail on the outside, so I don't know how many times I've dragged a triple lowboy through there, and you just kind of get over in the other lane here and stop traffic so you get the whole road. As if anybody was coming, they would stop back there because they would, oh, you see this guy, he should stop. Yeah, see, because I was in his lane. That gives you the room.
Straight.
Gives you the room you need to get around the corner. Well, let's jump in. And so this load isn't, we could have got away probably with a tandem and a triaxle trailer. It's 64,294. But once again, I think as I was saying the other day, with these really long wheelbase trucks, you don't get any weight on the front axle because on your load, it's all on the driver's front axle so far away it doesn't take any additional load, so you're just dealing with the drivers. So I don't believe I've driven into Dalhart from Raton yet, so this will be something new. Well, this thing's got a rattly old Jake.
Keep left. And in, turn left. Turn left.
I come down here a little more aggressively. I might have got that light, but that's all right. I think I gotta adjust the staining on the back door or the panel with the cowgirl for obvious reasons. Doesn't look too flattering. Oh, and I got the weighted mud flaps working here. So this skin will have the animated mud flaps, and there's the two choices for the rear decoration. Actually, you can make more than two things, two different ways to do it. There's multiples. You can do combinations of things there. The light box is part of it.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Next thing up, I got to do, I just wanted to get this skin out of the way so I could goof
Turn
around
right.
tonight and not be doing a video and getting it up at the last minute and stressing over it. So I'm doing this before supper and get it out of the way, have some fun, and maybe I got to get the barbed wire stripe down the side of this trailer like I had on the last one. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do about doing another Hell Creek skin that can introduce it into the game with steam for you. That is, if you're interested. I know this may go over like a lead balloon, having the stained trailer. Try and get a few photos of it, see if one of these photos is going to work for the video thumbnail. Yeah, so we're on our way to Raton. And from there, we're going to head back into Texas. So this road, there should be a road going south, you know, and across the Panhandle, Oklahoma. I'm surprised somebody hasn't done it yet. But there's a whole road that needs to be, I think Recon was talking about it, like out of eastern Montana down through eastern Wyoming and get you on down through Lamar and just heading south, straight out of Lamar, straight south, across the Panhandle and into Texas. Oh, shoot, wrong button. Sorry, guys. I have to push that up, and that's where I put my cruise control now. There we go. Oh boy, gotta get this thing turned. I got the suspension awful soft. Yowie. A neat little gas station there. See, we should be able to, it'd be nice to be able to go left there too. Get down into Texas, because it's not real far away. But we got to go all the way around the Oklahoma Panhandle. Yeah, sort of speculating with Recon before Texas came out that
Keep right. 10 pin, continue straight.
he was kind of convinced they would put it in a road across the Panhandle anyway. That didn't happen.
Continue straight.
Hey, this engine has good torque off the line, just by default. It's funny how those few engines are reflected. C15 and the 3406.
Keep right and then continue straight.
This is the underpass that I came under going the other way with
Continue straight.
the windmill blade. That time I wiped out all the signs in the neighborhood and pushed a 914 Porsche back up the ramp backwards. Oh, it was a horrible mess. Well, I wasn't filming it, of course, so I was really stubborn. I was trying so hard to get it to happen, but when we get up there, I'll point out why it wouldn't. Because if you remember, that windmill blade trailer has really aggressive steering on the back, like it really kicks out. And what I was doing, I was coming down the ramp from the right on the other side there, coming down, going to turn left under the overpass here. And you'll see on the right, there's a street lamp right up here on the other side of the road, right there. And I knocked all the signs down in the vicinity, but that street lamp was just too much. Like the trailer would always turn into it. I tried everything I could think of to get around there, and would have made an hour-long video before I finally gave up and did the console flying thingy.
Keep left.
Oops. There we go. New Mexico. Imagine we're going to have to do a turn here somewhere and head off east somehow. Oh. These guys don't want to go, do they? I don't really want to get stuck out in the other lane if I got to turn. Should be heading for Texas pretty soon. And I don't believe the delivery's urgent, so we don't have to get in a panic. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go left up here.
Keep right and then exit right. Exit right.
I messed around with the steering a little bit just before the video, and seems a little better. I took a little bit of the on center off of the high speed, and
In 400 meters, turn left.
and a little bit off the gain.
Turn left.
This seems like a high revving motor for some reason. Doesn't mind being up there. Okay. Texas, here you go. Volcano National Monument of some sort. Trinidad, north. Oh, I think they're lost. I should have readjusted my mirrors for sitting closer to the front.
Continue straight.
It's not bad sitting here though. I'll get used to it. Tone Creek. I got the mirror distance turned down pretty good. I think it's at medium. You can see the world just kind of disappears after a very short period. I might turn it back up and see what the limitations are, and just, I kind of like it when it's a little longer. But I mean, I could live with this, these frame rates and everything I'm getting here are more than adequate. I mean, they're pretty good actually. Yeah, let's try that cruise control again. Oh, there's some time to slow down. Not the way it always goes. Gotta be hitting Texas soon. Yeah, I've never been on this road that I'm aware of. Clayton. Should look on the map and see where we are, just so we know for what's going on here. Hang on, let's look at the map. Oh, we're not in Texas yet, but I don't know if this road went anywhere before. Cause yeah, this must be a new road. I think you could go out about here somewhere and it ended. So that's where we're going, Dalhart, to this. So we're a little ways off from Texas yet, but on our way. I got to get busy with this whole deal of putting the old center from the G29 on a separate thingy here and get all those buttons working. Dang, there's always so much to do in a day. I feel like I never get anything done. "68 miles to go." Yeah, steering's a little better, so what I might do is, instead of moving two things next time, I'm gonna just move one of them and see if I can get that centering, you know, the way I like it, where you can just get the thing pointed in the right direction, leave the wheel there, and it'll just continue driving straight, like I used to have with my real G27 plug-in. Because that was awesome, man. You get the thing pointed straight, you take your hand off the wheel and it goes straight.
Continue straight.
Okay. That's what we're trying to achieve there, Morgan. Try to go straight. Oh, excuse me. Well, here's another little town. Snack. Oh, it's a massage parlor. Shack. Pawn shop. Auto body shop. Pizza Mazzo. Hands see bands. Garden of Eden. Barbershop. Wet shaves. Modern styles. Same day delivery for the flowers. Huh. Got a little everything going on. This is going to sound kind of weird, but when I was a kid, like I grew up out in the country, and every time we would go into town, especially if it was evening and all the lights are on and all the neon and everything, and my mom used to, like Dad would be driving, of course, and Mom would make a song of all the signs she saw, and she'd be singing away, including all of the signs in it. It was really, she did it really well. It was hilarious. It's one of the things I really remember anytime we went to the city at night. It was kind of cool. Of course, she didn't do it when we were a little older. I think she did it, entertain us when we were kids. And keep, 3 boys, you got to try your best to keep them calm. 3 boys in the back of a station wagon going nuts. Yeah. Good times. Station wagon. I sure wish there was more station wagons today, because I get the convenience of the vans and everything, but boy, those station wagons back when we were kids, we went 3 of them. 3 of them that I remember, and they all had a bit of style and they were cool. And the moms could drive them. Driving a bunch of squabbling kids into a hockey game and snowstorms and bias ply snow tires and 3-speed on the column. All 3 in the tree, as we used to call it. They were good drivers. No traction control and no ABS. Somehow we always got there. And home. Oh, here we are. Welcome to Texas. Well, we're glad to be here. I'll have to swing this truck over to Bovina afterward to see what's going on there.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Got 336 gears in here, I think. Seem to do the job pretty well. I think I chose them because there's some big loads for this trailer. With the other cattle trailers, to be happy with 325s and keep the revs down. But yeah, you get some good loads with this trailer. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 18 bucks. But with the changes to it that he's made, there's so many options on it now. Chassis or well, I guess chassis options and under cables, and I really like under cables, but I can't see crawling around in the crap to well, you wouldn't be unhitching it anywhere too unsavory, but yeah, I might put them on for the next trip. Well, that must be us up on the left there somewhere. Well, I guess I have to let me know what you think of the stained same trailer if that's worth pursuing.
Turn left.
Oh, this looks like an interesting yard. Look at that. What do they got going on there? Oh, that's the silage pit. Holy, look at that. Oh, put on the four-ways, somebody said. Yeah, look at that. Put on the four-ways and they stopped. Nice. Switch to the, there we go. Now what? We're gonna, oh, right. Let's have a look around here. Well, that's quite the enterprise they got going here. Lots of hay over there. It's good to see. And the silage bunker, I guess they call it. Oh, that's cool. Nice big feedlot. Some admin buildings. Oh. Oh, I just saw some guys there looking over the fence and they're gone. I wonder if they'll pop back into view. Oh. Huh. Could have sworn it was a vet. Ah, this is cool. Now, I just hope, upon hope, they back us into a loading ramp and not back us into some silly place that you wouldn't let cattle out.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Well, thank you kindly, Morgan. Let's see what they want. Nope, we're going to load it in a goofy place. Yeah, I think Recon's going to get on the warpath about this and try and do something about it. I kind of like the way he does things. Like, he can haul grain out of Welker Farms and Hell Creek Ranch, but you don't haul it in too often, unless it's a specific grain. And, you know, there's things that make sense. Some stuff goes out, some stuff comes in. Some stuff goes both ways, like machinery to and from repair or new from the dealer or traded in or whatever the case may be. But it's, you know, it's Hell Creek feeders. The Lutlands go out. And that's cool on this trailer. There's yearlings are cargo for this trailer, which is kind of a neat deal. So that's the ideal cargo to be hauling out of Hell Creek feeders in Bovina down the road from here. I think that's where we're going to get the next load out of. See if we can get a load of yearlings out there. I would have taken one today, but they were all a little bit far for a video. More fun, you know, be good convoy load. Anyway, there we are. Let's get everything shut down and get that trailer brake on. We'll see what the lift axles look like on this one up. Yeah, and I kind of knew this going in. I looked at the price it was paying and it wasn't much for 300 miles, but oh well. Hop back in there. Let's try these lift axles real quick. So I better put the truck on. What do we get lifted at the back? Oh, it looks like 3 of them go up. And on the truck. No, did we not get anything? It did go up. Or did it? This button is flaky too. Oh, I guess it was up. It just moved down a little bit. Oh, I think I'm just, oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah, it only moves a few inches. Okay, well, at least it doesn't lift it through the top of the fender. And for the, I have the retro 24.5s on here. and I put the Bridgestone shiny whatever low, like a low profile one, because if I had the same size tires I have on that axle behind it, it would poke through the front of the fender, which doesn't look too good. But anyway, there you go. So there's the old crappy trailer. So yeah, let me know what you think. It's a work in progress. Like I gotta, it's tricky. Like seeing what you're doing and then going and looking at it on the truck and or the trailer and then making adjustments and going back and forth. I got to do a bunch more of that, but we'll keep at it, I guess, and see how it turns out. Anyway, thanks for following along, guys. Really appreciate your viewership, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, and bye for now.